This is TWiT.
Hey, buddy, are you a geek? Are you a tech enthusiast? Then I would love to invite you to join a tech community like no other. You can gain exclusive access to our incomparable quality tech content with Club TWiT. As a member, you'll enjoy all TWiT TV shows ad-free. Plus, access private video feeds for insider shows like iOS Today, Home Theater Geeks, and so much more. Dive into the members-only TWiT Plus bonus feed for behind-the-scenes content, club discussions, and special events. But here's the best perk. Join our incredible Discord community to watch live show productions, chat with hosts, and participate in exclusive members-only activities. It's your backstage pass to the world of TWiT. Whether you're a tech enthusiast or a lifelong learner, Club TWiT elevates your knowledge while entertaining your interests. Get 2 weeks free when you sign up now and unlock unparalleled access at twit.tv/clubtwit. That's twit.tv/clubtwit. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you and welcome to the club.
Oops. Sorry about the tone.
I thought he made his life cooking.
Leo looks under his desk to find some crap to share. Dick says, put that spork away. It's turn the tables Tuesday.
Do you remember we had a different theme for every day?
Yes. And then we had a theme for Saturday and Sunday, and I think it was...
I have that
theme.
too.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
I have them all. I have a rather large collection.
Wow.
Here's the letters theme.
Comes the Giz Wiz letters. Here come the Giz Wiz letters now.
I think that was Dan Luter's Beatles impression. Dan did a lot of these. We might have had a few from George Wood as well.
Yes, we did.
You want to hear the Wednesday theme? Oh, wait a minute.
There's
noise.
one where there is no theme, right?
So Brett is leaving because there's too much noise and not enough dick. How many times have I said that? How's the mix? Turn up Dick a little bit, will you?
Hello.
I haven't boosted all the way.
I can go close to my mic.
Can you turn yourself up? I can always turn myself down, but
Just a touch of gain if you have that on your...
yeah, I could turn myself down.
No. Let's get Dick.
Turn Dick up.
I am all the way up.
He's all
All
the
right.
way up. Well, I'll turn myself
That
down.
sounds... No. That
Does it sound
sounded
pretty
good.
Well, I did. Does it sound
Well, I
balanced
mean,
now?
Put it back to where you had because Dick is...
Really?
lower.
Because this is all the way up.
How you
And
doing,
I am
Dick?
all the way up.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good.
Okay, but then listen to this.
It's Wednesday.
I don't have a Wednesday song, really.
Theme-free day.
I could sing the Monday song over again.
No, it's Wednesday.
Theme-free Wednesday, the show you cannot hum.
There's no way.
The day when there's no theme.
This
We
is
had a lot of
pre
fun,
my
Dick.
time. I haven't heard all these.
No one's heard all of these in many
Years.
When's the last... Okay, so let's get some dates out of here. I can actually do this.
Oh,
Patrick
okay,
Delahanty
good.
can
Because I
help
know
us
that
too.
the first show was February 20th, 2006.
Oh, my God, Dick. That's almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And then so then at some point I said enough.
Yeah.
Because what we were doing, was it 5 shows in one day from the beginning?
Yes. When we met that time.
Wait a minute, how are you?
Press room.
It was 20 years ago. Dick, how come you don't look any older?
Because I refuse to age.
You go to the gym every day, don't you?
No, I go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay, well, that's enough.
But I
For a
walk,
person of your advanced age, that's quite good.
I walk 3 to 4 miles every day.
See, that's the trick. That's what being in New York is all about. I just want to show you something.
Okay.
Well, you can't see it because the chat is in the way. Let me hide the chat overlay briefly. Look at that.
Oh, great.
Can't. There.
Yeah, that's great.
I thought I would honor you.
Well, thank you.
Yes, I'm going to turn the
Thank
overlay
you.
back on, which is covering it up. So much for the honor. What's Dick doing now? Oh, he's got a TWiT mug. You know, most of those are broken now.
Really?
Gone and broken. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's see. All right, and then when did I hand it off to Chad? We were in the brick house, I know.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. Chad
Probably
was
around
saying
2016,
that
2017.
we now officially, I think,
have done more.
Episodes than when we were.
I don't see how
April
that's possible.
2015.
April 2015.
Oh wait, no, that's. But we did Chad here too. Hold on, like when?
Yeah, Chad was there in the studio. I just stopped doing it. Chad took it over 5 days a week. There's no way Chad has done more episodes than we did. Dick, we did so many. And each of them had a theme.
Here come the letters, those lovely letters. Here come the Giz Wiz letters now.
Now, one I've still used from time to time is when the doorbell rang.
Oh, here's where we wait for Dick?
Yeah, and you had to get up
Yes.
and go answer the door. There's so many in here. I will get John Slinning at Jammer B is demanding the Sunday theme, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Here's Giz Wiz Media. What the hell is that? Oh my God.
Here's where we wait for Dick. This is where we wait for Dick to come back. Here's where we wait for Dick to answer the door for just one more UPS delivery.
Everybody, let's play that again, and everybody can sing along because now I know you know
Chad
it.
took over
Oh, when did he take over?
episode 1450 in January 2014.
So, how many episodes have you done now, Dick?
We did 2000. Let me
Say
see
so.
here.
You're not even close. When you get to 2,900, then
Yeah, well, we're talking about year-wise. I think we're doing
Of
more.
course, that's easy. Sure. Let's talk about how many Sundays. Yes, but we did a lot of 1,500 episodes, Dick.
Yeah, no, I know.
And then I just had enough. I couldn't do anymore.
You ran out of 2x4s to talk about.
Does the Giz Wiz need another crappy theme? Yes, indeed. It's Thursday. The Giz Wiz needs. It's Thursday. Another crappy theme. It's Thursday. The Giz Wiz needs. It's Thursday. Another crappy theme.
Isn't that awesome? Dan Luters.
Great.
Here's to you. This is really a tribute to Dan Luters. So we did 1,500 episodes. How did this start?
This started, you and I, let's see, we met because of Good Morning America. They sent me out to San Francisco to cover the gourmet show. And TWiT had just gone on my cable system here, and I was watching Call for Help.
Ah,
And I emailed you and Martin Sargent and said, I'm coming out. Could I come see the show? And Martin Sargent emailed me back and said, Leo will never see your email, but I will tell him that you're emailing. And he said, you can certainly see the show, but is it okay if I ask the producer that you might do something on the show? And then he told you, and you knew me from there.
I will tell you my side of it.
Okay, very
He
good.
came over to me and said, you ever hear of a guy named Dick DeBartolo? And I said, what? Yeah, what? You mean Matt's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo? The usual cast of idiots, Dick DeBartolo? Yes, I know Dick DeBartolo. What about him? He's going to be in the studio. He was wondering if you want. Well, yes, we'll have him on the show. Are you kidding? Yes. Dick, I grew up. You were my hero. You always were. Mad Magazine formed my sense of not just humor when I was 9, 10, 11, 12, but also it was my cultural education.
Well,
I knew about Tom Brokaw from Mad Magazine. I knew about the Poseidon Adventure. The Poopside Down Adventure from Mad Magazine. Almost everything I knew about politics, about culture, about movies came from you guys. And I knew the name so well. I couldn't believe it. I was thrilled.
Yeah. So they said, you're going to the gourmet show, bring some gourmet gadgets. And you and I had a hell of a fun time.
Did we? Oh, good.
Yes, we did. And then after I left, they said, people love that back then they had a studio in New York. And they said, we have a little studio there.
Wow.
And go to 23rd Street.
Wow.
And I started being on the show monthly or weekly, I forgot.
Was it the Screensavers? It was the Screensavers.
I think it was the Screensavers.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
I wonder. I'm just going to do a little quick YouTube search and see if I can. I don't know if I could find the first one.
The first episode?
I could find a few.
The first one was. I think it's on your channel. There it is.
Magnum PI. If you're doing things around your house, and listen up to these neat gadgets our friend Dick DeBartolo, the Giz Wiz, found. He was just back from this year's National Hardware Show. Hi, Dick. How are you doing?
This is you in the studio.
Yes, this is at the local studio here.
I did. And you know what? I was so jealous you had your little phone with the camera in it.
Yeah, I'm giving it back.
Look at the Chrysler building behind you.
You know why? Why? Sprint PCS. They stink. Don't get me started.
Well, I was so jealous. I got a better one than yours. Mine takes really nice pictures.
I want that one.
Would you glue a camera to a phone?
Yeah.
Little did we know that was going to be the #1 feature.
Exactly.
You like them?
Yeah, so far I've had good luck with them.
Yeah, everybody I know who has Verizon is very happy with Verizon. All right.
Anyway, there's some neat stuff.
Wait a minute. I don't want to spend the whole time.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of these. Let me go back a little bit and see what else there is. There's quite a few.
And these are
gourmet
on
gadgets.
YouTube?
These are on YouTube.
Okay.
Here's gourmet gadgets. I want to see if we have one.
That might be the one.
Welcome back to the Screensavers. He calls himself the Giz Wiz.
Yeah, this is the old
writer for Mad Magazine.
Studio.
In fact, I love this piece in the latest.
This is your first one, I think.
In the June
The next one, in the
is
spam
coming
of the month.
It is
Look
the
at
first
you.
one.
But today it's going to get crazy because he's here in the studio, Dick DeBartolo.
It's great to see you.
And they put boxes over each of the gourmet gadgets.
So we can surprise everybody.
Yeah.
It's lifts. I got the Regis lifts on. Yeah. So you were at the gourmet show this past week.
We met a year ago, because I came out a year ago.
show
Okay,
one.
this is later. Okay.
Happy
I said,
anniversary.
can I come by and see the studio? I said, come by and be on the show.
That's great.
Been on every month ever since.
Well, lady, that's because.
And what's the date of this one,
We're
Leo?
going to play. We're going to play. Yes,
Let me see if the clever person who posted it
Gourmet gadget.
Now I don't think they put any date on it.
Oh,
No.
2006?
I guess that's it. Okay.
No. TechTV went off the air 2004, so that would be a miracle. It was probably, it's in the old studio. I would say 99 or 2000.
Oh, okay. Boy, we know each other a long time.
We've known each other at least 25 years, Dick.
Yeah.
Coon Recon.
I love that.
Easy Store.
Easy Store Whisk.
Okay, definitely.
Oh, there's Michael O'Donnell in the background, who went to more Screensaver shows than any human alive. Mike is at Photo on Twitter, and he still comes by and takes pictures.
Oh, how funny.
Inside a soda bottle.
He's right.
Am I right?
Inside,
You could drive
the ice cube.
By the way, I still have that shirt.
Now we have to tell you.
And I have my shirt.
Do you still have yours?
Yes.
Yes.
I was just thinking, thank God I didn't pick that for today's
You know
show.
why I know that? Because I'm only trying to do that, and I'm hammering the ice cubes in the water.
There you go,
That's a
pal.
clever idea.
Clever idea.
Oh, this is amazing. We
That
were
is
so young, so innocent.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Someone
gotta
in chat, I think it was Keith, said that I only change with the color of the mustache and the thickness of my glasses.
Yeah, you stopped wearing glasses for a little bit. You put on here's you with Kevin Rose,
latest essential
Oh my
traveling
God,
tech gadgets
Kevin
and gizmos
Rose.
via satellite from New York, the Giz
who is
Wiz,
now
Dick DeBartolo.
infinitely
Hey, how
wealthy.
you doing, Kevin?
Good.
Yes.
How's it going?
He just
Going
bought
great.
Pocket.
I do have some fun stuff.
I
Is
wanna
this
see
the
it.
one where he called me the
A
Giz
backpack?
Wiz?
Would I bring you
Oh,
a
I God, I hope
ordinary
not.
backpack?
Of course not.
Okay. This is from APC. We know
He
that
got in a little
they make
trouble
all
for
those-
that.
Battery backup units.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is brand new. This is
Wait a
their
minute, what
travel
was
power
that? Kevin who did that, or was it Waz who did that?
I think it was Kevin.
Oh, okay. So there's quite a few of these.
Boy,
if you want to
boy.
ever want to go back in time, also some interviews. It looks like with you, and here's one where you guys are all
Oh, yes.
on. Is it who was that? It looks like that's a comedian. I know that guy.
Yes, it is. Klein.
Yeah, Robert Klein.
Robert
yeah.
Klein. Yeah, Robert Klein.
This is the Mad Magazine tour you did for us, which was incredible. I highly recommend people
Hi, it's
watch this.
Dick DeBartolo, Man's Maddest writer and the Giz Wiz. This is Mad Magazine. And this is kind of the most amazing thing we have here. These two showcases, and we have not paid our electric bill in full, so this slide is not on. This
Only
is
one is
everything
lit.
that Mad ever merchandised
Wow.
that had the Mad logo on it, including the latest thing.
Is this on Madison Avenue? Is this the-
This
Those
was,
Puma
yes, if,
Spy versus Spy sneakers. They only produce.
This is the Madison Avenue offices, which of course DC is closed.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if they even. Do you think they saved any of this stuff?
Oh, that's all. The showcase went out there. Everything in the showcase.
Oh, great.
The whole showcase
It's somewhere in Hollywood now.
is somewhere in Burbank.
Great. Well, I hope they preserved it.
100,000 pair.
I will never forget. You were so generous when my daughter was out in New York with me, and she was only about 9 or 10 at the time. You gave us this tour of Mad Magazine.
Oh, it's always great to give tours to Mad fans. It's
Oh
just,
my God! Well, because we freak out at everything.
Yeah. When Lin-Manuel came up, he was there for almost 2 hours.
Oh,
And
yeah.
He knew everything. And also David Pogue. Do you know the name David
Yeah, I know
Pogue?
David very well.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
He came up and they just had the time
The
of
thing
their
I
lives.
most remember. There's your office. The thing I most remember. I don't know if you show it in this tour. Is the art room where there were these beautiful wooden cases, big drawers, they were thin.
Oh, with all the original artwork.
With the original, like Al Jaffe fold-out artwork
Yes.
and cover artwork. And I didn't know until then that these were oil paintings or acrylics.
Some
maybe.
of them, yes. And
they're big.
Yes, it's called two size up, but it's really 4 times the size of a Mad page.
So that's why they're in these special archival drawers.
Yes. And that's how Jaffe did the fold in on one of those. He would paint the answer and then put it on a big easel and slit it down the middle
Wow.
and then decide what he could paint in the middle to disguise what's on the 2 side panels. He retired at 99 and
Brilliant.
And, on his 100th birthday, I called him and he said, "Dick, if you hear of any work," he said, I don't want to do any more Mad work.
It's
But-
got to be real. It's got to be
he
the
said-
real deal.
Yes, he said, "If you hear of anything, I'm open." I said, "Jaffe,
You're
you are
100.
my freaking hero."
There is something about working at Mad that adds to the years of your life. Maybe it's because you're laughing a lot, right? If you laugh a lot,
Certainly under Gaines. When Time Warner took over, the laughing got much less. But
Yeah, there's a lot more crying, and I think crying shortens your life. Probably.
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think fortunately the laughter was loud enough that it continued to this day.
Yeah. Here's this will make you laugh. One of the things we learned about Dick very early on is in his younger days, he was quite the disco fan. And he
in his
even
younger
had
days, should I turn on my disco lights? What,
still
are
a
you
disco
kidding
fan.
me?
And he had a houseboat that had a dance floor with lighting. I remember seeing it. It was incredible. It was a disco. It was like Studio 54 on the river.
Yes.
It was incredible.
Yes. We had the dancing waters and smoke machine, fog machine.
And custom music.
Here come the letters, those lovely letters. Here come the Giz Wiz letters.
Now.
So when I started TWiT, pretty quickly after I started TWiT, I thought, how can I incorporate some of my favorite people into TWiT from TechTV? And you were, I think, the first.
Yeah.
After
well,
maybe Steve Gibson and you were the first.
We were at a press event. I forgot what it was. And you said, can we talk after? We went downstairs and it was at a hotel.
Yeah.
We went and we had a drink. And you said, listen, I have this network and I have a monthly show. I have a weekly show.
I don't have it.
But I want to have a daily show. Is it possible you could do that? And I said, oh, yeah, okay. And then I said, I have a room in a warehouse with old discs. And I said, one day a week, would it be okay if I just do old crap?
Warehouse, yeah.
Yeah. And then, like a couple months in, you said, you know what? I found something fun. Can I do it?
It expanded.
A gadget. And I said, why don't you just do a gadget every week?
And I
And
had
so
the
we
weekly.
did Turn the Table Thursday, which was
Tuesday,
you doing
yeah.
a gadget.
Here is the Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play. In Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
I think that was Dan Luters again. Man, he is brilliant.
Oh, we still use that
Do you?
every Friday.
Oh, good.
Every
I'm so
Giz Wiz
pleased.
show. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so pleased.
Oh,
'cause, yeah,
Leo, someone in chat, I don't know, can you get photos from chat?
Oh, well, let's put chat back up. It got taken
It
down.
is when I came out to the cottage and we unveiled a sign for me. Outside on the wall outside, you had different shows.
Stand by, Dick. Stand by. I brought a lot of souvenirs. I forgot. There's one I have to show you right now.
Oh, okay.
Let me go get it. Play the Waiting for Dick theme. Here's where we lay for Leo. Wait when we come out.
Oh, I love that.
Wait a minute. Your name's not on it.
Oh, I like that clock behind him.
You know what? We must
He had
have-
a
you know what? We
smaller
must have
version of
replaced-
that.
I replaced your name.
Oh, here it
I'm
is.
so sorry. I saved this from the cottage.
Well, I know. Because when
I think I replaced it with the tech guy, probably.
yeah.
No,
when Alex was driving me back to the airport, I saw you out.
Dick DeBartolo and the Giz Wiz on it.
I'm looking at it just says Daily Giz Wiz.
Daily Giz Wiz.
Yeah.
I think when we stopped doing it, but this is from the old cottage, so maybe I don't know. Yeah, because these are removable. I wonder if someone.
Oh, there we are.
is.
Yeah. Except I
think that was just masking. tape.
Yes, it's masking tape. Yeah.
Well, the masking tape.
I mean, I didn't expect to be part of the actual printed stuff. I knew my place.
the masking tape didn't survive but I do have the sign that I was putting that
No,
on.
that's I know. I know
Who
when
has
Alex
that?
was
That's
driving-
great. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
That's great.
When,
That was Jammer B.
Jammer B.
Oh,
of
Jammer
course.
B. Oh,
He's got it
great.
all. This is the guy, you know. He's really got it all. Yeah, the cottage is for sale. Scooter X is telling us. Yeah, nobody's bought it. It's way too expensive. It's this cottage and the thing next to it. I wish I had the money, but it's not cheap. It's millions of dollars. That
Did they convert it back into a house, or is it
Well-
still all broken up into little spaces?
They're selling it as living quarters, but there's, that's not. You'd have to put in a kitchen, and it still has the clawfoot bathtub upstairs. Remember that?
Yes.
You know what I remember when you came by with your Tesla, or wasn't you? Maybe it was somebody else came by with their Tesla, and you and I got in the Roadster and took a ride.
It wouldn't be
remember
me
falling
like
into
Tesla
those
because
bucket
I don't
seats?
drive.
I remember that in the old place. Let's see.
Okay.
What do we got here? I have so many jingles, and I can't tell which ones I've played and which ones I haven't played because they're all kind of crazy. We haven't done this one. Let's see. This is Santana.
Here come the letters, those lovely letters. Here come the Giz Wiz letters now.
Dan Looters. We should get him on.
Yeah,
It wasn't
should.
just disco, though. Maybe people don't remember this, but in your early days, you had like a rainbow-colored mohawk. You were kind of into the punk scene, I believe.
I had my mustache was all rainbow.
Have you ever dyed the mustache rainbow?
No, never have.
That would be fun. You could have some fun with the mustache. Let's see, what else do we have? We did the Gadget Warehouse. That was really fun. And I remember going there and shooting a show there.
Oh, it was scary. They put in a new elevator.
was
I
a
mean, it's
very
an old
creaky
elevator,
elevator.
but it used to be a chain-driven elevator. And what a racket it made. But all the doors are still steel. And
Do you still have it? The warehouse?
I still have it. And the other day, about 3 weeks ago, I freaked out because I got a letter from some attorney saying, Sophia Warehouse has declared bankruptcy.
Oh, no.
So I went there, and we got there. It was a Friday. We got there, and it was closed. I said to Dennis, "We got here too late." And fortunately, there was a little sign on the door saying, "Because of Easter weekend, we are closed Friday through." Yeah. So I went back Monday, and they said, "No, the storage areas are safe. You don't have to run and
good.
empty stuff out." So.
But in a way, it's too bad because you've been paying rent on that for how long?
Oh, you know what? My dream was I was going to have all these Mad magazines that would be worth a fortune. Probably 20 years at $450 a month.
Don't even do the math.
Yeah, no, I don't do the math because
Do you have every Mad magazine in there?
No, just from when I started. I probably have every issue from Mad 69 to 505.
Wow.
Which was
So almost every.
The last Mad.
You're only missing 68 issues. How did you get started at Mad Magazine?
You know, I was reading Mad, and after a while I thought, I don't want to read this. I want to write this. And I bought a book called Writer's Yearbook, and I never knew that many mainstream magazines will not read a submission unless it's sent to them by an agent.
Ugh.
And it said some magazines will read anything. Unfortunately, Mad was on that list.
They'll take anything.
We'll take any crap you have. And it said, but be sure to enclose a self-addressed stamped envelope because if it's rejected, they'll just throw it away without. So a month later, my envelope came back and God, I was so depressed.
Oh.
And then I thought, maybe it was like try again.
How old were you when you did this?
Probably 17.
You were just a kid.
And then I opened the envelope and I pulled it out, and it's just cardboard. And it says, ha, ha, ha. Thought this was your script being returned. Stapled to this cardboard is a check for $100.
Wow.
And please call us because we want you to write more for Mad.
Oh, my God.
And it was signed by Nick Meglin, who was associate editor. And my God.
They were crazy even then. Here's a...
Yes, they were. Wasn't that a perfect introduction to Mad? Yeah. And the same way meeting Bill Gaines. I called Nick one day and I said, Nick, I still haven't gotten paid for this article. And he said, oh, I'll give you Bill. I said, no, not Bill. I said, give me the accountant. And he said, Bill is the accountant. I said, I don't want to trouble him. He said, you have to talk to him. So I am so nervous. And a phone gets picked up and I hear, DeBartolo. Who the hell wants to talk to him? and I say, Bill, I'm so sorry, Mr. Gaines, I'm so sorry to and Bill breaks out laughing and says, Dick, this is Mad Magazine. You have to get used to having a thick skin.
Oh my God, it's all jokes all the way down.
Kidding. He said, if I missed a check, it'll be written before this phone call ends. And he did. I got the check instantly.
Now, that first check, you probably cashed it, didn't you?
I did cash it.
Oh.
But the check I didn't cash, Leo, is when Match Game went over to the Game Show Network, and I got a check, and I thought, now, this is pretty good because... I wrote Match Game for like 18 years, and the check was for, actually there's a picture of it on my website. The check was for, I believe, $1.80. So I called and I said, so is this weekly? And they said, no, it's a one-time payment. And they said, you have another check coming for Family Feud, but you didn't work, you worked in that for 4 years. That's 89 cents.
It costs us more to mail it.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So we did for a long time. We did the show once a week, but we did 5 days in one sitting.
Exactly. And then after you started doing more shows, and then your editor said, can't you just do all 5 gadgets on one show? So we just have to edit one thing.
Oh, then it became the weekly Giz Wiz.
Yes, exactly.
Well, let me see here. I think we have...
Here's a story about a Giz Wiz theme song, with the shows go from 5 days down to 1. From brand new weeks to the Gadget Warehouse Friday, they all had to go. Does the Giz Wiz need a brand new lousy theme song? Is the sport a crazy mixed up spoon and fork? Let's have Dick and Leo maybe sing a new one. Oh! So the weekly Daily Giz Wiz theme was born. The weekly Daily Giz Wiz.
I have not heard that in... Wow.
This was a high production show.
Oh my God. Anthony,
even
can you send me a copy of that? That's great.
Oh, I'll send you all of these. These are all, absolutely.
That'd be great.
Thank goodness somebody saved them. I don't know, they got preserved, thank goodness.
Oh, that is great.
Do you remember the Thrill Cam?
The Thrill Cam? That was in...
Oh, surely you didn't forget the Thrill Cam. Let me see if I can find
theme.
It wasn't a theme.
Was a theme?
Jammer B created the Thrill Cam.
Wasn't that like when you did Crazy Stunts?
No, we had
to the Thrill Cam.
I think it was an homage to late David Letterman, who used to do that kind of thing on his show.
Oh, okay.
And we of course, as you know, we're not quite the same production value. So Jammer B wired up a line from the ceiling down to the floor.
Oh,
And we
Yes.
put a stuffed
a
animal
roll,
on
yes,
it. Yeah. And where do you remember, Jammer B, do you have a video anywhere of the thrill cam? I'm looking through all the old. By the way, I should mention twit.tv/DGW. We have all the old Giz Wizzes that TWiT produced. Eventually, we stopped, and Chad Johnson, thank you, OMG Chad, took it over, and you're still doing it.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. I'm just trying to see if let me see if we have a thrill cam edition here. This is from one of the last shows that we did. Oh, this was that spider thing. Ooh, that doesn't sound good, doesn't it? What's going on here? I don't know what the audio is.
Oh my gosh, that's me when drop cam was still.
Yeah, we had drop cams.
Yes, I did too.
And there we are. This is me when I was just a fat old podcaster standing in a sweater. Oh, why is the sound not working though? I'm disappointed. I don't know if that's must be me. But these are all. I mean, there's no reason to show these because you could find them all. I was just trying to find the thrill cam. Jammer B is going to look for it.
Oh,
so
okay, very good.
he wired up a monkey with a camera to the wire, and we'd begin the show. And we would switch to the camera, and he had all this crazy roller coaster sounds, which I probably do have in this pile. So maybe you could imagine the thrill cam. Let me see.
Okay.
Let's see. Is this it? Oh, something's wrong with my
that's
sound.
very Mad Magazine-ish.
That's what's going on.
Is to have production without spending a lot of money.
That was the whole thing that TWiT. That was the whole point of TWiT. So my audio has gone kaflooey.
Maybe you need it's probably the Rodecaster or maybe the Mac.
Well, who knows? I'm not going to restart my whole production.
Is it on the second Mac or this Mac?
It's the main. It's my my laptop in front of me. Why
Maybe
is
unplug it?
Unplug it and replug it?
Yeah.
That always works.
Wow, this is a cheap production.
This is just like the old Giz Wiz, isn't it? Just like the good old days.
Yeah.
Nothing. Oh, because I have so many more jingles. This is not a good time for this to die.
Oh.
Not a good time for it to go away. Okay, what I'm going to do is hold the microphone up to the speaker. And you can just hear it that way.
Okay.
What the heck? No, I'm not going to do that. What the heck? We had Michael Jackson was going to visit us. Tom Tuesday. What do you think? Who's coughing? Is that Dennis?
Dennis.
Tell Dennis to go see a doctor. It sounds terrible. Is he okay?
Yeah, he has terrible allergies.
Oh, so do we all. This is a bad time right now.
Oh, look, we got Lon.TV on. He's a pretty big YouTuber. Nice to see him in the
Really? Big time YouTuber in the house? Hello, Lon. I used to love the Daily Giz Wiz for my commute when I had a super stressful job. It was the perfect length for the drive. That's our trick, by the way, is making shows exactly as long as your commute. Well, maybe I'm going to reboot all my audio.
Oh my God, Lon Seidman is a great friend.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go. This is a disaster.
Oh, it's too bad because he came over to get some production hints. So it's the wrong day for him to visit. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not adjust your sound. We are having technical difficulties. Oh.
I think he's rebooting the Rodecaster.
Oh, okay. The host of the show is rebooting his computer now. Now he's picking it up and shaking it. Now he's pouring water on it. Now he's swearing at it. And any minute, we will hear his voice again. You're listening to Your Career in Broadcasting, episode 01. What to do when one mic of a 2-mic show goes on the fritz.
We don't hear you, Leo.
Now, Maria Mermaid has taken over.
We hear that.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, well, that I just. This is
you're right.
apparently a soap opera we were about to do.
Oh, okay.
Well, now it won't play. Hello? I swear to God. Can you hear that?
When we left the Giz Wiz last week, Myra was trying to get on a bus, but didn't have her pass. Meanwhile, Dr. Doolittle at the hospital was looking over a misshapen puppy who wanted to marry a mermaid.
I have everything. I saved it all.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Maybe I shouldn't have saved that. I don't know. Here's a little country version of the theme.
It's a brand new day and a brand new week. Baby Giz Wiz winning streak. 5 more gadgets, 5 more shows. We're gonna keep Nicky on his toes. Y'all can dance, but please don't sing. Giz Wiz theme is a sad, sad thing. Bad for you and they're bad for me. Watch them all on TWiT TV.
Now that was not Dan Luters. That was Paul Minshall, who also did quite a few themes for us. You knew that one. You remember that one.
I remember that one. Actually, I played that on the show that's airing tomorrow.
Oh, so you have some of these.
I have a couple of these. Whenever we're testing a speaker or anything, I play one of those because we don't have to worry about YouTube taking it down.
One thing, we don't have to worry about YouTube taking this down. One thing we always did is we celebrated the holidays because Dick is a very, very holiday focused family. You're a family kind of guy.
Yeah. As long as there's a holiday involved with it.
Loved it. Loved it.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
Oh, very festive. We had special versions of. We also had the Giz Wiz singers, didn't we?
Dick DeBartolo, Giz Wiz.
Yes, that's all that we could afford.
That's it. We got one line.
Well, that was it. That was it. And that was it. That was their audition tape.
Oh, I found it. Here's the thrill cam. I don't have the video, but this is what you would hear when the monkey was going down the wire.
Okay. Wow.
So I love this. Tane Galls says, I remember the Christmas theme played in April right after a master Easter snowstorm when I was in Cleveland, Ohio. So we knew that you were stuck in the snow. Do you remember when Michael Jackson came by?
Yes.
He was working in the studio next door and he said, Can I sing?
Come your letters, you lovely letters. Here come your letters, you lovely Giz Wiz letters. Your Giz Wiz letters now.
I think, let's see if, I think we found the Thrill Cam video. Did we find the Thrill
very
Cam
good.
video? I'm seeing, Let's see. He's saying play the video. Here it is. Is this it? Is this the thrill cam? It is. It is. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I think I've got everything working again. Here is your thrill cam video.
Oh, I know, because it's a
Whoops, let me start at the beginning here.
GoPro. You're getting it via Wi-Fi into an iPad.
And there's a little bit of a delay. There's like a 3
There's
second
John,
delay.
Jammer B.
I get it.
Jason Howell, the producer.
2, 3.
Here we go.
Here we go. Bye-bye.
Wow.
We spared no expense.
That's very nice.
I could do this all day.
Spared no expense.
This is quite good. He has a little S clip.
I thought there was a monkey.
So
Maybe we put that on later.
Mount. And I brought this to Jammer B, and I said, there you go. And he said, well, how are we going to make that work? I said, I don't know. You're Jammer B. This is good.
The monkey was so we wouldn't concuss anyone.
Fly at CACAG. Oh, so that was at the beginning of one of these shows. Let me go back to. Let me go back.
Download the free audiobook of your choice.
Oh, see, we had ads in those days. We never did get Totino's pizza rolls.
And now,
Mostly because I pronounced it Tostino.
Pay no attention to the cat toy. It's time for the Whiz Giz.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and Leo Laporte on TWiT. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Done Missed Show. Whoa! Holy moly!
That was great.
Thank you so much, John, for finding that one.
That is so great.
Oh my God, was that awesome? Those were the days.
Here we go, thrill cam time.
Wow. Look, you got the disco ball on.
Yeah.
He's still a disco fool.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Dick, we had so much fun doing that show. And it was just, and partly it was fun because it could be cheesy.
Absolutely.
There was no pressure to like, oh, this has to be a professional production. And I loved that about it.
Yeah.
Right? After years of broadcast television and radio, it was so nice just to have fun.
One of my favorite stories is that if you're doing a new game show, you have to start out like 8 months ahead of time to get the crew and the thing and thing. So what happened was 2011, I was going out to San Diego to do a mad show at the Comic-Con. And I didn't know why after all these years they had suddenly decided they should invite me there to do a mad show. So I went there.
I remember what an honor this was, though, for you to go.
So it turned out that Steven Spielberg was being given an Inkpot Award. And when I got up to do my presentation, a guy from the con said, Dick, we have a surprise for you. We are invited you to do a mad show, but we also are giving you an Inkpot Award.
Oh, how hard.
And then
there it is.
Yes. I just reversed the images. Steve is
the little guy here.
Yes, I said the reason I'm showing me with the Inkpot Award, I said, because I'm sure at any event Steven Spielberg goes to, he shows my picture with the Inkpot Award.
I haven't. So that's the Comic-Con Award for being
lifetime achievement in the comic arts. Yeah.
Oh God, Dick, you
and then I
deserve that.
called you and said, "Is the studio ready?" And you said, "You know what? You can be the first show here." So because I said, "Leo, I'm in San Francisco," so I took a plane up. You're in San Diego. I took a plane up to San Francisco, and I forgot who was producing it at first.
Was it Elaine?
No.
Was it
one of your guys who's done so many shows?
We've gone through many producers.
Maybe Patrick. Anyway, Lisa came over and said, "What are you going to use for the set?" And he said, "I haven't picked it out yet." And Lisa said, Oh, well, you still have an hour. and she was serious. And then I feel so bad because we worked together for so long. And he said, well, how about we stand over here by the old radio? And
that was the set. Once we did it,
that's okay.
That became the set.
What a great way to work instead of meetings and. Yeah.
Oh, and it was fun. That set was great because you could see out the window, and every once in a while people would walk by and.
Absolutely.
I think I flashed somebody using that set. Now, one thing though, we even though we were crazy enough to do 5 shows a week, we never did a weekend show.
No.
But that didn't stop us from having
weekend themes.
Weekend themes.
Show free Saturday. What will we do? I don't know now. Show free Saturday. What will we do? I don't know now. We got no Dick DeBartolo. We got no Leo Laporte. We got no Daily Giz Wiz. I don't know where we should start. We got show free Saturday. What will we do? I don't know now. Show free Saturday. What will we do? I don't know now. Show free Saturday. What will we do?
That was all it says here is Houghton. So a guy named Houghton did that. And if you're watching, let us know. That was awesome.
Yes.
There were other submissions. This is Dan Luter's version of the Saturday theme.
Oh my gosh.
And now, get ready for Dick.
It's Saturday, 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 Saturday.
I'll be here.
I won't. You were a regular, though, on the radio show. So we did actually have a weekend Giz Wiz.
Yes.
This is the one that Jammer B's demanding. And since he was so good at providing the thrill cam footage, here is the Sunday theme.
Sleeping in Sunday on the Daily Giz Wiz. Sleeping in Sunday, no gadgets, no biz. Sleeping in Sunday, really good Monday on the Daily Giz Wiz. Don't wake me up. Don't wake me up.
That's very relaxing.
It's very relaxing.
That's very relaxing. I love that.
Yeah. At least they had something Sunday to put them to sleep, since they didn't have the Giz Wiz to listen to and fall asleep.
This one just says, be right back. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is the... what theme is this?
I don't think it's in the
Is this The Price is Right? I think it is. So I remember what happened. We're probably going to get taken down if we play any more of that. Back in the day when you didn't get taken down for stuff, I would throw that in because it went on for a while. We also played The Girl from Ipanema when we had technical difficulties. Remember that?
Oh, okay.
Can't do that anymore.
No.
Kind of sad.
It is.
We got the Michael Jackson in. What's this? Well, this is the original, I think.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It's time for the Daily Giz Wiz with Dickie Deep and Leo too.
We were audio only first.
Yes.
So we had a lot of audio only themes.
First 3 years.
If you've been listening to Humorless Podcast daily, or even once in a while, you should not listen to the Daily Giz Wiz without first consulting your healthcare professional. Discuss your general sanity with your doctor to ensure that you are healthy enough to engage in comical activity. If you experience chest pain, nausea, or any other discomfort during the Daily Giz Wiz, seek immediate medical help. The most common side effects of the Daily Giz Wiz are headache, facial flushing, upset stomach, blurred vision, bluish vision, greenish vision, paisley vision, vision loss, balding, receding hairline, blurred hair, bluish hair, greenish hair, pale hair, loss of feeling extremities, loss of limb, leprosy, cataract, ring incontinental, and warts. In some instances, those who listen to the Daily Giz Wiz report dizziness or even death. If either occurs, call your doctor right away. If you experience jocularity that lasts for more than 4 hours, although rare, it is important to seek immediate medical help. So remember, make the Daily Giz Wiz part of your day. You'll be mad you did.
So it's time for the Daily Giz Wiz with Dickie Deep and Leo too. It's time for the Daily Giz Giz Wiz, with the gadget of the day for you. Just add water, you're through. It makes its own gravy, that's true.
I'll be here.
Own
That's true.
That's the other thing I always loved doing with you, because I had grown up with Mad Magazine. All of those cultural things, like the dog food that
Yes.
makes its own gravy.
It makes its own gravy, yes.
Those were in my head, and you're so great because anything I say, you just go along with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So you're just so great to work with. I mean, it's like the best.
Thank you.
It's like the best improv, right?
You know, we had John Putnam. Oh, I'm sorry.
Giz Wiz.
What?
John Putnam, the art director at Mad, had a game, and he did it on Mad Trips, is that if I was in an elevator coming down and he would get on the elevator, he would step on the elevator and said, "Oh, Dr. DeBartolo, the famous surgeon from New York City. How's it going?" It's going great. Anything new technology? I said, "You know what? We're going back to leeches." He said, "Oh, that's it." And then,
But that's true, by the way. They did go back to
yes, yes, and then the same thing. If he was on the elevator and I could on. John, I can't believe John Putnam, the famous pilot. And it was up to him to just totally.
So great. See,
Yeah.
you're a natural improv artist. You're the yes and guy. This was so we went from daily to weekly.
Yes.
And we had to make new themes because we couldn't do a Tuesday theme and Wednesday theme.
No, exactly.
The weekly show is on. What on earth could go wrong? Now it's 6 hours long. The weekly Daily Giz Wiz. It just rolls off the tongue. The weekly Daily Giz Wiz. With more gadgets than one. The weekly Daily Giz Wiz. Now 6 hours too long. The weekly Daily Giz Wiz. But it's just as dumb.
I wish I could give credit. I don't know whether it's Paul Minshall or Dan Loaders, George Wood. We have so many great fans who made.
And it was wonderful that fans wanted to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Yeah, just really fantastic. It has been, I hate doing this kind of remembering thing because you and I are both still making shows, we're still working and stuff. But boy, that was a wonderful, magical, creative time. The early days of TWiT, and especially the days in the cottage and the brick house. That was an amazing studio. We had so much fun. I don't know what this one is.
DAIL. The weekly Daily Giz Wiz. Daily
Paul Minshall.
The weekly Daily Giz Wiz.
It makes its own gravy.
Remember somebody wrote in and said, I use It Makes Its Own Gravy on my show. Like weeks.
That's mine!
Yeah, that's mine.
Well, sorry, it isn't yours. It belongs to the world and Gravy Train.
Yes,
And if Gravy Train wrote to us, I might have to do something. But
yeah, exactly.
We could get takedowns even now. I don't know. Let's see. Wednesday theme we did the Santana. I don't want to miss any of these. They're all so good. We did the punk, we did the warehouse, we did the weekend themes.
The country theme. Did that.
Got a feeling 21.
Can't play that, but that was when 2021 began.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Have I played this one yet?
Here's a story about a Giz Wiz theme song.
Oh, yeah, I did.
With the shows go from 5 days down to 1.
Still good.
From brand new weeks to the Gadget Warehouse Friday. They all had to go.
This is not the last Giz
Brand
Wiz.
new lousy theme song.
No, no.
He's a sport, crazy mix
That
that's
happened
spoon
years
and
ago.
fork. Let's have Dick and Leo maybe sing a new one.
GizWiz.tv, Chad Johnson, OMG Chad, and Dick do it every week. You do it on Wednesdays, right?
Giz Fizz on Wednesday, and Giz Wiz on Thursday.
On Thursday. So you're still doing the Giz Fizz too?
You know what? We have such a fun audience for that.
People love it. I felt bad that we had to let that one go in the chat room.
Just by talking to the chat room between shows.
Yeah.
And now I do an hour every Wednesday, and we have about 60 people who come in, and they're very funny. You know,
And you do the caption contest.
Captions.
And
Yeah,
do match game questions.
Exactly.
Lots.
I'm just looking. The show that goes up tomorrow will be show 2041.
Hey, thank you to Paul L., who just dropped $20 into the YouTube pot. Paul, wow, I really appreciate that. He says, pair character dancing under a rain of confetti and taking his hat off to say you are amazing. Sounds like an AI prompt, I'm thinking.
Oh, no!
It's the description of the sticker that...
Oh, it was a sticker. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul L. That was very kind of you. These are just, we would throw these in all the time. I had many crickets, by the way. I don't know why I had.
Well, they were just in the brick house. That was not a
so
sound
many
effect.
crickets. I have all kinds of crickets. Apparently, that was a standing joke after your jokes. Maybe it was my jokes. There's a whole folder of cricket sounds. Here's people talking in the background. Michael Jackson, we already played. The long theme song. I don't know if I played that one. I don't know what that one is. There's so much in here. Good Lord. Dick, one thing I've always wondered, how do you come up with so many gadgets? I mean, you've got it seems like an infinite supply.
You know, it sometimes I think, God, how I'm running out of stuff. I just
Really?
I just go on Amazon and I just type in weird gadgets.
Oh, aha! Secret is out.
Yeah, and I stopped dealing with PR people. I just buy everything because that way you can say anything about it and you don't have to.
I did that a long time ago. I hate hearing from them later saying,
yes, absolutely.
But,
oh, yeah, you didn't say this and you didn't say that.
So before I did Regis and Kelly, you did Regis and Kathy Lee for a long time.
Yes.
How long did you do that?
I do it about 6 years.
Okay. And you would go on, as I did, following you when it became Kelly, and you'd go on with a bunch of gadgets. And I bet you had the same. You had Gelman was the producer, right?
Yes, I think he still is.
Still is. He never leaves. So he would, the Marianne, who was my producer and yours as well, she's retired, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Because Lance Uninoff took it over from a former editor-chief of PC Magazine. There probably were some other people in between. But Lance emailed me and said, Marianne has retired now. She was our producer. So Marianne would email or call and say, okay, well, can you come on live with us next week or whatever? And I'd say, okay. And they'd say, okay, send us a list of 100 gadgets. And then you'd have to call every company and say, look, I can't promise it's going to get on TV.
Yeah.
But I need you to send me this thing for Live with Regis and Kelly. And then you'd come, and the day before the show, did you have to do this? I'd have to fly out from California. You at least were in town.
Yeah. No, I didn't have to go the day before.
I would go the day before, and they'd set up a table. It was after the show, right, at 10:30 or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
And they'd set up a table, and Gelman and I'd set up it wasn't 150 though, it was a lot. I'd set up all the gadgets, and Gelman would go down the line going, yeah, no. Yeah. Can you put Regis's album on that? Yeah. Go. Yeah. And so we narrowed it down to maybe 15. But you only have 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So you can't do 15.
No.
I'd have to call the PR. A lot of times these companies would send somebody to sit in the audience or be backstage to accompany the gadget. The worst one was I was at CES, and Sharp was showing 103-inch LCD TV, biggest anybody had ever seen in those days. This was 20 years ago. And I said, hey, I think that Live would like to see this. I was going to do a CES segment. I think Live would like to see this. And they said, okay. But they have to put it in the belly of a 747. It's so big.
Oh, my God.
So 3 engineers from Japan, mind you, get this into the 747. I'm the day before. I'm at the studio. The big truck comes up. They unload the thing. The engineers scurrying around. They set it up, and all of a sudden they're on the phone to Japan. I said, "What's the matter?" There's a line going from the top to the bottom, all the way up and down, and they can't fix it. It's damaged in transit, I guess. And they said, "Well, whatever." So, just can you put something on there you won't see the line? I said, "Yeah, I guess, yeah." So
my gosh.
And nobody ever noticed. But that's what happened. So you disappoint 80% of the people that you called to saying you're going to be on Live, right? Did you have roughly the same process?
Yes. Well, usually I just had to bring like 8 gadgets.
He trusted you more than he trusted me.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, no. I mean, it was. At least on Reach, the worst was Good Morning America. Is they sent you out to CES. They want 8 things,
right?
And they go, Dick will doing 2 segments. The first is a minute 15, and the second one is a minute 40. I said, you sent 5 people out here with me, and I have 8 things, and they said, wait, hang on. Oh, you know what, Dick? Instead of a minute 40, you can have 2 minutes, 2:05.
Whoa!
I know, and that's why I always tell people there is the biggest canyon in the world is between network television and podcasting.
Yeah. In other words, a great difference.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
I never said to you, Dick, we have to keep this to an hour.
Yes, I remember once saying, am I talking too much? And you said, Dick, does it matter?
We gotta
just
fill
talk
time,
as long as
dude.
you want. There is no, the end is when I say goodnight.
Gelman he had a little whiteboard, really little one, like this big. So he could write messages to Regis, because Regis, I'm sure even when you worked with Regis, his whole thing is, what's a gigabyte?
Yeah, oh my God, yes. Yes.
And so Gelman would write, move on, like we're on a gadget, he'd write and go like this behind the camera, and then he'd start tapping it. He'd start tapping it with his pen. Tap, 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 tap. Move on. So you really were on this clock to kind of go, oh, and then here's another thing.
I know.
One time they made me wear a lab coat. They got us all in lab coats.
Oh, my God.
But mine was too small. So I looked like, I don't know, a white sausage. It was not good.
Oh, on the Halloween show, Michael, my producer, I forgot who it was. It was a guy for a while. He said, listen, for the Halloween show, all the male guests are going to dress up as women, and all the women will dress up as men. And Michael said, you have to shave your mustache.
No.
I said, I'm not doing it. So Michael called me, and he said, you're not going to shave your mustache for this show?
No.
And I said, what, are you kidding me?
Besides, it's funnier with a mustache. Excuse me.
I said, listen, I'll hold a fan or a bouquet of flowers, and then the reveal, as you said, will be funny. This woman has this great big mustache.
Yes.
And he said, oh, okay. But he didn't book me for like 3 months after that.
Oh, he punished you.
Yeah, you got punished. Yeah.
I think I have played all the jingles I have.
Okay.
Oh,
my God.
No more jingles.
I don't want to have to talk to you.
I only have an hour worth of jingles, Dick.
Okay.
So you continue to do the show with Chad, which is wonderful. GizWiz.tv on Wednesday. It's the Fizz.
It's the Fizz.
Very interactive. Where do people go to chat with you on that?
Let's see. Just go to gizwiz.biz. That's everything I show is there.
Okay.
And gizwiz.tv is where the shows actually are. And at gizwiz.tv on Wednesday night, it'll automatically.
Oh, it's just there. You don't even have to.
It'll just start.
It's simple. It's easy. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a link right there. And you still do ABC World News Now, the overnight?
Still doing World News Now. You know, they moved. Oh, yes, you didn't know that. ABC, Leo, owned that entire block at Lincoln Center.
Oh, yeah.
And across the street, they owned an old armory, which I heard they sold for $1.2 billion. Billion.
New York real estate kids.
They built a brand new Disney ABC complex, a new area. I think it's called Hudson Terrace.
Down by Hudson Yards.
Yes, exactly. Further down, it's down at Chambers Street.
Oh, Lord.
So now I just do it by Zoom. It's just easier.
You don't even go in? Oh, that was so fun. You'd go in at like midnight or 1.
Yes.
There's nobody there.
Exactly.
It's a really weird feeling to take a cab down. It was out like Central Park West, right? Or
yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes. 44 West 66th Street.
That's right.
Yes.
West 66.
Like one building down from Central Park.
And there'd be nobody there. The cabbie would go, "You sure?
Right.
You want me to get out? You want to get out here?"
Yes.
And you'd go in and be dead quiet.
Yes.
You'd go upstairs. I remember the first time I did it, they said, "Hey, you want a tour?" I said, "Yeah, sure." And they let me. Oh, there's the gizwiz.biz website, by the way, if you want to go there. And I said, "Sure." And they walked me up to past Peter Jennings' big network news set, right?
Right, yeah.
And Peter Jennings was in his office and he said, "Hi," and I was showing I think you showed me this, an alphabetic keyboard. It wasn't QWERTY, it was A, B, C, D, E.
Oh, it was called the guy's keyboard.
The guy's keyboard.
The guy's keyboard.
And so Jennings says, what are you going to be doing? I said, "Well, I have the guy's keyboard." And he really liked it. He wanted one.
Oh my gosh.
That was wild. So I got to see the big ABC newsroom, and then you go upstairs another flight, and it's, the overnight folks, the poor people who are kind of being groomed possibly for a job. Some of them make it.
Yeah. But now it's the control room is sometimes in Chicago or coming from New York. Remember, we did Good Morning America's 40th anniversary. You were in the studio. Becky Worley.
Becky Worley, yes. She
was
there
up in her office.
Yeah.
I was here. The producer was in New York. The director was in Washington. And we did this spot about gadgets. It's kind of amazing.
It is amazing. And now, look, you are in New York. I'm in Petaluma.
You're in Petaluma?
I never left.
Oh, my God.
I never left. We're still here.
I thought you were behind that screen right here. This is magical.
Yeah.
This is really magical.
It is. It's the disco ball. It fools everyone.
Yeah.
It fools everyone. Dick, it's been always one of the greatest honors of my life to work with you. You sent me a copy. I guess the next Mad magazine is going to have the parody piece that you did of Shark Tank called Snark Tank.
Snark Tank. It's the current issue. The
current issue.
Yeah.
And I will literally major bucket list item for me. You wrote us into your Snark Tank, Lisa and me. There we are pitching our business of bandages with pictures of pets on them.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, you know what? It actually is a good idea. And it's such a great drawing. And you know what? I can die happy now that I have
thank you.
been in Mad Magazine.
Chad and I were in it. It was great. Tom Richmond.
Is that you there? What?
No, it's a totally different panel.
Tom is really good at doing caricatures.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Chad and I show up with a gadget that makes breakfast in 90 seconds.
Is that in this one?
It's
awesome.
It's in there. And they said, the coffee is terrible. The eggs are raw. The bacon's not cooked. It tastes awful. I said, yes, but you can make breakfast in 90 seconds.
Oh, Dickie D, I miss you. When we come out to New York again, I'll definitely get in touch with you and Dennis. We can hang out. My son's restaurant's opening June 14th on Bleecker Street in the West Village.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, he's living in the city?
He is opening Salt Hank's Sandwich Shop in the city.
Oh, my
You know where
gosh.
John's Pizza is on Bleecker Street in the Village?
Yeah.
It's next door.
Oh, my God.
You might remember it as the old Slutty Vegan restaurant.
That was the name of it?
Yes.
Oh.
And when you came in, everybody would say, "Hi, slut," when you came in the door.
Oh, fine.
That's out of business, but that's where
okay.
That's where Salt Hanks is going to be.
Okay.
And he'll be in the window there making sandwiches. So go by after June. Yeah. Say hi.
Gosh. How old is he now?
He's 30.
Oh, my gosh. I won't recognize him. Last time I saw him, he came up on a skateboard.
He was
maybe
little
he's still skateboard.
He was a little one.
Yeah.
Well, Lisa's standing naked in the doorway, so I think it's probably time to say goodbye.
Oh, okay.
Tell Dennis to put his clothes back on.
Okay, I will.
It's been so great to see you, Dick. I love you with all my heart. Working with you is one of the greatest honors of my life.
Fun together.
And I think we made some pretty good stuff together.
Oh, we did. What are you kidding?
Yeah. I'm very proud of what we did, as cheesy as it was, because it was cheesy.
But cheesy's where it's at for me.
Yeah. Thank you, Dick. Have a wonderful day. Thanks to all our club members who make this possible. If you're watching live, we did broadcast this live, but the recording will only be available to club members in our TWiT Plus feed. And the reason we do that is to encourage you to join the club. Lots of special programming like this. It also supports a lot of what we do throughout the network. There are something like 6 dedicated club shows. We have dedicated club events like this all the time, and it's only $7 a month, $84 a year. So if you are not yet a member of the club and you're watching this live, please join the club. We'd love to have you. twit.tv/clubtwit. I guess if I'm going to do the Club Twit plug, I should put the Club Twit lower third up. Oh, there we go. Dick, you're a jewel, a mensch, a king among men.
All right. Well, listen, pal, I had great fun working with you. Trust me.
A
lot of laughs.
Those were the good days, the good times. And, they're not over. I hope we can keep
not at all.
Working together. Thank you, Dickie D.
Okay. You take care.
Take care,
Bye,
everybody.
chat
Thanks,
room.
club.
Bye.
Bye, chat room.
Got
Bye,
one more thing to place out.
One more.
From ceiling to floor, Dick DeBartolo's got tech to adore, with gizmos that flash and widgets that pop. He tests them all, no gadgets a flop. It's the Giz Wiz Show. Come on, let's go. Dick and Leo stealing the show. From Mad to Tweet, they're quite a pair, with gadgets weird, wacky, and rare.
I think this is AI.
I don't remember this.
I don't know. Darren sent it.
Leo's laughs and Dick's gadgets.
If Darren sent it,
it's AI. Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
I know.
Just can't wait. It's the Giz Wiz Show, a techie delight. With Leo and Dick, it's always bright. Weekly wonders, a gadget crusade. Dick DeBartolo's got it made.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day, Dick.
Bye. Bye, everybody.